Hey, what's up guys? So as you can tell by the title of this video, I have the cure. Just kidding, but I do have an idea on how the DCEU should go about with the following years of new movies and their new movie slate. Now remember, this is just my opinion and nothing of course is set in stone, but I really do think that these movies are crucial for the DCEU and will help fix some of the problems that the DCEU has been having, and I'm really excited to get into them, so let's get right into it. So first off, we know that 2018 just isn't going to be DC's year, with Aquaman being the only movie set to come out in 2018 up against a plethora of Marvel properties like Ant-Man and the Wasp, Black Panther, and the most anticipated movie of pretty much all time, Avengers Infinity War. Aquaman is going to have to survive the tidal wave of Marvel properties, but I do believe in Jason Momoa and James Wan as the director, and I believe that they'll take care of Aquaman, and it'll be such a distinct movie that nobody really has ever seen before that it'll automatically draw attention to it, so I think it'll be just fine. So we know so far that Wonder Woman will be getting her sequel in 2019, and that Shazam as well has started production already, and that movie should be released in 2019 as well. So I'm pretty sure whatever sequel Wonder Woman will have will be a hit. I mean, the first movie was pretty much a highlight of the DCEU. Maybe give her the villain, Cheetah. I'm pretty sure a lot of people want to see that, and I know a lot of people have been talking about that, so that would be a pretty good villain for her to have. So either way, that'll be a good start for 2019. Shazam looks extremely promising just by the cast alone. I believe Superman is also said to be in it, so I hope that's true. Billy Batson probably looks up to Superman in the DCEU, and he could be a good segue to get Shazam into the Justice League, so I hope that happens. I think Zachary Levi was a great choice for Shazam. It was very unexpected, but I think that he'll rise to the occasion, kind of like Chris Pratt style, and give us a fan favorite character that really nobody expected. More than likely, this movie will be the Guardians of the Galaxy for the DCEU, not in a galactic cosmic way, but in a weird unexpected hit kind of way. So I'm very excited to see this movie, and so we'll have two really good strong movies that can stand on their own for the DCEU and kind of world build for 2019. So that's automatically a good year for DCEU. Now for the upcoming movie slate that I have picked out, the most crucial movie for the DCEU at this point will have to be Flashpoint. We're gonna need to have that movie 2019. I know that Flashpoint has been in talks recently. Ezra Miller even went out to say that they are going to be starting production on it pretty soon, so I'm hoping they snatch the director and just keep him on board. We could use Flashpoint to do a soft reboot on the DC universe, so we can explain how Clark Kent comes back to life after being dead, and so we can get a new Batman for the DCEU. Now I really love Ben Affleck's Batman, but he is really shaky on whether he wants to continue or not, and we really just can't have that for the DCEU right now. We need somebody that's really 100% into it and can last a whole trilogy, which Ben Affleck is getting up there in age, and even though I like that old beat up Batman, we need somebody that is going to last and actually really is dedicated to doing this. So put Jake Gyllenhaal in there, do a soft reboot, and set him up for the Matt Reeves trilogies. We could introduce Reverse Flash and more aspects of the Speed Force and just get really weird with that, and that would be really awesome. And not to mention, this movie will be kind of like the DC version of Civil War, people fighting each other, but it can be a Justice League movie without outright being a Justice League movie. You could pretty much put the whole league in there, and by this time it'll have been 2 years since we've seen the league together, and this will be a good opportunity to see everybody and not have to wait for another Justice League movie. And as far as the story goes, I know it has to be different from what the comics have already set up, slight little tweaks there, but still staying true to the story. I think people were very excited to see the Flash in Justice League, and they'll come to watch a Flash solo movie just because there's so much hype around the Flash. I mean, from the CW TV show, and I believe a lot of people really liked Ezra Miller in Justice League, so it's probably the smartest thing to do for Warner Brothers and the DCEU. So let's get that done, guys. So we're going to 2020, and by this time we absolutely need to have this next movie, which is the first in the Matt Reeves trilogy, The Batman. We need to take the DCU to different places, and one place it hasn't been is the gritty street level that is Gotham City. We need to see Batman, see him fighting crime bosses, villains that he can actually believably take on. I'm getting tired of seeing Batman going up against pretty much gods. I want to see him go up against people that pose a different challenge, not just, a physical, crazy world disaster challenge. I want to see something more than that, and I think for the first villain of this movie should be a cerebral villain, maybe like a Riddler, or maybe, just a heavy crime boss like Black Mask. Something that we haven't seen before that can show a side of Batman that we haven't seen before as well. So I think this would be very good if we do that. I know Deathstroke has been heavily teased to be in the first Batman movie and being the main antagonist, but I don't think they should go this route. Maybe just, sprinkle him in here and there, have word of him, but just not outright yet. So we want the Batman movie. I want to see Detective Batman. I want to see him using his gadgets. I want to see the Batmobile. I want to see maybe a Robin reference. Let's get that happening. Let's give the people what they want. It's been, 7 years in the DCU and characters are already getting sequels, and Batman has yet to get his own first solo movie. So we need to get that done, guys. So let's make that happen. For the next installment in 2020, we should get the long overdue Man of Steel sequel. Now you can call it Man of Steel 2 or possibly Man of Steel City of Kandor. Brainiac has been mentioned and talked about, and I definitely think he should be the next villain for Superman. Maybe weave Lex Luthor in the plot a little bit just because we know that he is gathering the Legion of Doom. This could also be a way to introduce John Jones, Martian Manhunter, into the DCEU. Him and Superman are both aliens from fallen worlds come to Earth, and I think that they would be able to relate to that, and that would be another way to bring a super formidable and powerful character into the Justice League. Maybe get a Batman cameo in there somewhere so that the new Batman, whoever it may be, can interact with Henry Cavill's Superman, not in a Batman versus Superman way, but in a Batman and Superman way, like a team up, not fighting to the death. Maybe get a Darkseid cameo, post-credit scene at the end, just letting everybody know that he's there and he's been watching Earth and it's Kryptonian and still after the mother boxes, and he still has intentions of getting them. But most importantly, guys, the movie should introduce the new, hopeful, and inspiring Superman that we saw at the end of Justice League. I feel like Superman barely came into his own after that movie had ended, and I really am looking forward to seeing more of that Superman, and if we can bring that into a 2-hour solo movie, that would be amazing. And finally, to end this whole DC Phase 2 movie slate, we should be getting the Green Lantern Corps. We all know that the Justice League needs another member. We know that the Green Lantern is coming, and we know that the franchise very much needs a redemption after the unfortunate release of 2011's Green Lantern. The movie has been said to be an intergalactic buddy cop movie, so we'll be getting Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, cosmic cops basically in the DC universe. I think it should be heavily set in space so that they can introduce the cosmic side of the DCEU, which we also have never been to before. Maybe have the Sinestro Corps be the main antagonist for the movie. Maybe they're working with Darkseid, or maybe they're just trying to get the mother boxes from Earth for some particular reason, but just do something with the Sinestro Corps. I'm pretty sure everybody knows who they are, and if not, you could totally introduce the Sinestro Corps in that movie as well. Maybe throw in some other Lantern Corps as well, maybe the Blue, maybe the Star Sapphire. Do that, introduce your world, and maybe down the line do like a Blackest Night type situation, but just lead up to that. I could totally see a post-credit scene on the Blue Lantern planet, and one of them senses great hope on Earth, and maybe that leads one of them to Earth. I could also see a post-credit scene where they're on Oa and the Guardians tell Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart to head to Earth because there's something floating above it, and it's the Watchtower, and Batman's working on it, and they go to interrogate him about what the hell this is, and so and so happens, and Hal Jordan is the new member of the Justice League, and Earth has its Green Lantern present. So that's pretty much, guys. Sorry for the lighting. I'm using my lamp right now. I burned too much daylight writing this video, and yeah, sorry about that. Let me know what you guys thought of the video and my movie slate ideas, and I would love to hear your guys' movie slate ideas. What do you think think would work. If I got anything wrong, please let me know, and I am looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say. I can't wait to see awesome stuff being put out by DC and just stop the stigma that every DC movie is going to be critically a failure. I want to see good DCU movies as well as good MCU movies. So there's no Marvel fanboy hate going on here, even though I don't post a lot of DC content. So guys, if you liked the video, leave me a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe if you want. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.